Yeah.
Huh?
I know, right? We're back. It's
We are back.
amazing.
We made it. We've returned.
We came back through the portal. We flew in a giant can.
They don't know that yet.
Oh, they don't know that. Oh my gosh, everybody. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert.
Well, they might know we went to Vegas. I think we said we were doing that.
Yes.
But they don't know if we went to Vegas and did anything because we don't know if this podcast is coming out before or after other podcasts that indicate that we might have done something in Vegas.
That's true.
In fact, Greg did
Yes.
go crazy in Vegas.
What? I know.
Yeah, we went to a magic show and he ran up on stage and started throwing stuff everywhere.
I was like, what?
It was nuts.
I was like, this is fake, everybody. It's an illusion. And I was like reaching in and I was grabbing bottles and bottles and bottles and bottles and bottles and eggs and bottles and eggs, bottles and eggs. And then I was like, all right, everybody, we're going to have some amazing egg creams because I got bottles and eggs and I made egg creams for everybody. It was awesome. And then I made them all disappear.
That's exactly what happened.
I know. Matt Franco was so mad.
Yeah, I didn't even say it was Matt Franco. So.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, we have we're just cold starting today because we just got back from Vegas and we're both exhausted.
Woo!
Well, I'm exhausted. Greg looks refreshed. I am wiped out. Because I worked today and Greg did not.
You worked. I slept. I took it easy. I had a nice relaxing morning. I've been hydrating to get back to normal. Hanging out with my dogs. And
I thought you hydrated a lot during the trip.
Oh, I did hydrate a lot. We drank a lot of water. So, and other liquids.
Oh, I didn't think you were hydrating with water.
Oh, well, I mean, it felt what?
You were hydrating. You were hydrating with.
Like when you're on vacation,
and vodka and gin and sugar water.
Yeah, well, when you're on vacation, you drink a bunch of different
fashions.
things, and you try all these different things that you normally don't try. So I don't normally try all these different beverages and stuff like that. So why not, while you're on vacation, experience a couple different adult beverages and whatnot? So,
And if you do go to Vegas,
drink your water.
Recommend drinking a lot of water.
A lot.
And there's some things we'll recommend in later episodes too that were fun places to go.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you definitely should always do this one thing. If you're there, by all means, make sure you go to the Bellagio while everyone is out there looking for the fountain to go off. And then while you're not paying attention, it goes off and somebody says, "Oh, look, the fountain." And you turn and look and it's already happened.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for you.
I know. It was I felt like Mr. Bean.
Yeah. Well, it's also you went to the Aria and had this amazing French dinner. So
that was woo. Goodness gracious.
Well, anyway, Booster Gold is not having a French dinner.
No, he is not. He is
unless that dinner involves maybe like the guillotine or something.
He is the most wanted person in futuristic Gotham at the moment.
Now, do you think he's wanted because we're not in Gotham, are we?
Yeah.
I thought we were in Metropolis.
We're in Gotham.
We're in Gotham.
Yeah.
That's where Batman
Did you not read the book?
Booster Gold lives in Metropolis. Why is he in Gotham?
Dan.
Well, we will be reading the book. I read the
I don't
last book.
I don't like being correct. But
it kind of looks like
it's gonna be one of those moments in which Dan's gonna be like, damn it, Greg is right.
Well, no, you probably are right. I'm just saying the history of the DC universe is must reading according to this comic book.
Where did Booster Gold go to college?
Empire State University. Yeah.
No.
With like Tank and
It's Gotham University.
Are you sure?
I mean, yeah, I believe so.
Because I thought he went with like, didn't he date Gwen Stacy at one point?
Oh yeah. He went to Empire State University, dating Gwen Stacy. He
With Spider Gwen in the future.
it was what was weird about that though is he was really stuck on he was really stuck on
you.
this he was really stuck on this girl named Mary Jane, and you know
I think he was really stuck on Mary Jane. Yeah, that's what led to his life choices.
it really did. I mean, and sadly for Booster, it wasn't legal at the time when he went back to 1970 something to go to college. But
well, the good news is that unlike Booster Gold,
yes,
we successfully gambled during our trip to Vegas.
I know, right? Booster betting on football, not a good thing. Booster not
us betting on the Seahawks, a very good thing.
A very good
thing. This is going to come out after the Super Bowl, I think, too. So just to be clear, that was the championship game we bet on.
Yes.
We could then be sad later, but we hope not to be.
I really hope not to be. I mean, I really hope that they keep the momentum, you know. And
but in the past, future, depending on when you hear this, but just know the Seahawks did us well.
They did. We
did quite good.
It was a bit of a nail biter game for Dan in that last quarter there. There was a lot of yelling.
I was actually watching the game.
I was paying attention. We were visiting with Mr. Travis Webb of the Alex Rain Pain, and
Travis Webb. Who's that?
Travis Webb, you know, of Starlight and Overcast.
Has he been on the podcast before?
He has been on the podcast.
Should we call him?
If you want to.
I don't think this is a good week to call him.
It's not.
We just hung out with him for 3 days.
He'd be like, "Why are you calling me now?" But Travis wanted to show me all of the wonders of the virtual reality universe. Yeah. So we fell into a virtual reality hole. It was fun. I had a good time.
You fell into a hole.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like,
is that kind of like falling into a pit?
A pit of virtual reality. Yeah. We were in the virtual, and he brought me into the pit of virtual reality. And so now
I'm gonna let everybody on this show in on a little secret. Greg did not watch Parks and Rec.
I did not. Well, I know about the pit.
So unlike most of you, he doesn't know anything about pits and stuff.
I know all about the pit in which our I don't know what to call him, the guy who lived here that
Chris Pratt.
That our friend, my friend wrestled in high school.
There, yeah. Well, he is a big Seahawks fan too.
Yeah, he is.
So he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, sure.
You said, yeah, sure.
I said, yeah, sure.
Hasn't he survived being fairly like politically neutral and just a kind of jolly guy?
I mean, sure.
And he doesn't really take a stand one way or the other. It doesn't seem.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that way.
You know? Yeah. I like his ex-wife a lot better.
Ow. Well, anyway,
I mean, also, she's another fine Washingtonian actress or actor. I mean, I'm sorry. Did I call Chris Pratt an actress? I guess I did.
Well, I don't know why we're hating on Chris Pratt today.
I'm just not a fan.
Wow.
I mean, he's got one character. He plays it in everything.
You like other comedians from Washington that just play the same character in every show. They were tight ends for the University of Washington, but you don't like other ones.
Joel McHale. Now that stings a bit because he.
Oh, look! Wait! Pause, everyone. Jiu-Jitsu lawyer Paul is here.
Oh my gosh!
He might even make an appearance.
Make an appearance? I hope so.
Yeah. He said, he corrected me. I'm sorry. I spoke incorrectly. That's Kyotera Jiu-Jitsu lawyer Paul, who is now a Kyotera black belt.
What?
Who you can train with.
You can.
At Certified Martial Arts in University Place.
Well,
on Jackson/Bridgeport and 27th in Tacoma, Washington, where they have open mats on Sunday. They have competition training on Saturdays, and you could train with the Kyotera black belt.
That is pretty awesome.
You also,
oh, what? There's more. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
you also could use Jiu-Jitsu lawyer Paul for legal services.
Yeah, that too.
Now, if you live in Las Vegas, we recommend that you call one of the million lawyers on billboards there.
Millions.
Because Paul does not practice in Nevada.
No, but he does in California. So something
he does
happens.
In California, indeed. He has passed the bar in California.
It's a hop, skip, and a jump. It's a hop, skip, and a jump from Las Vegas.
Yeah, so if you have like an employment law need, if you just need a general practice lawyer like Greg does on a regular basis.
It's true.
Paul,
I use Paul.
Paul, wait, don't leave yet. We need to know the phone number to call. Because we don't know the phone number. Oh, the phone number to call Paul. For the first time ever, we're going to get the phone number on the podcast because Paul is right here. Is 253-656-4475. You got that?
Yeah. Call it if you have a need for legal things. Call Paul.
There you go. Better call Paul. Oh wait,
call Paul.
Wait, no. No. I'm not getting sued. No, not
okay.
No. Don't steal.
Okay.
Don't steal. Well, as long as we're getting plugs out of the way at the beginning of the podcast, we're going to cover Booster Gold number 14. But if you will notice to my right here.
Oh yeah. To your right, I only
probably
see a
won't.
Little bit. Yeah,
it probably won't go. No. I have Trekker Volume 1 and Trekker Volume 2.
Yeah.
And friend of the podcast who's not a friend yet, but should be a friend of the podcast.
By proxy, he's a friend. He's a friend of myself and a friend of Travis. Yeah.
Friend of Travis, friend of Starlight, friend of promoting things on Kickstarter, friend of showing Travis and Greg how to do books on Kickstarter properly.
You're correct.
On Randall. And also friend of the podcast because I read all of the Trekker stories.
Yeah.
And Trekker, The Ties That Bind, is out on Kickstarter right now.
Right now. New Trekker book.
You can get the new Trekker book. Follow Mercy St. Clair's journey. This time, Mercy faces a showdown in the stars with the fate of the Galactic Rebellion in the balance.
Whoa. Oh man, I love when I'm at a show and you get to hear Ron talk about the book to someone that doesn't know about the book and just the time he takes to explain stuff and everything like that. And it's always with so much like excitement. He's done the pitch a million times, but he's always happy to explain the characters and stuff like that, break down the story for somebody, and just really he's not trying to sell them on it. He's just trying to get them
come on,
understand.
He tries to sell you on it. Let's be honest.
He
will. No, Ron will very tactfully and stylistically.
Yeah.
If you talk about some of his older work, he'll be like, well, have you heard of my current thing?
Yeah.
And this thing I do every day, that's so wonderful and awesome. And so I think that when you are looking at that, it's awesome. If you've never read Trekker, you can go to trekkercomic.com. That's TEREKKER comic.com. You can go to ronrandall.com, or you can go to Kickstarter to see the start of the book. We may even put a link for you because we like Ron that much. The other thing, I will say, though, it's not just because we like Ron that much. I love the Trekker stories that much. I have all of them. I've already backed this Kickstarter on his first day. And on top of that, if you don't know about this thing, well, Mercy is a trekker.
A trekker?
And her job is to track down things.
Oh my god!
But her job becomes much more than that. And throughout her journey, she does all sorts of cool things. She meets the love of her life, which is nice.
That's awesome.
And she does that, and they do all sorts of different things. And I'm going to tell you, it's not what you expect and is what you expect, all at the same time.
Adventures in space with a love story to boot.
There's nothing like fun adventures in space.
That's true. I love.
Yeah. It's so we will keep moving through. Yeah. It's very exciting.
Yes.
A lot of stuff going on around here right now.
There is a lot of stuff, Dan, and that's good. That's what we like. We like having a lot of stuff going on, a lot of exciting new things.
Yeah. So, that's there's a lot. Yeah. Are we getting well? Hey, we'll do more plugs at the end, but that's so far seems like enough for the beginning of the podcast.
Hey, you know what? You're doing pretty good. It's not 30 minutes in, and we're getting somewhere towards the book.
Well, Booster Gold number 14. If you were looking for trekkers, we have some on the cover, maybe.
I mean, oh yeah, those guys. I don't know if they're trekkers or not. They kind of look, they look like, I don't know, not Lobos.
They're not Lobos. Yeah, they are riding like Lobo cycles.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks okay. Let's see. When did Return of the Jedi come out?
Okay. Yeah. If you had stormtroopers mixed up with Judge Dredd on a Lobo cycle.
I wasn't thinking a Lobo cycle. I was thinking they're riding the cycles
from
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
83. Yeah. This is totally
bike.
a rip of the speeder bike.
Yeah. Sky cycle.
But it is Judge Dreds.
Same.
Yeah, there are a whole bunch of Judge Dreds.
They got a Judge Dredd.
What do you think? We got Judge Tweedle.
Yeah.
Judge D, Judge Dumb, Judge 70s Porn Stash, and then I can't really tell the other judges in the background.
Oh, that the one in the far back is Judge Dookie Pants, and then you got Judge Dum Dum. Oh, you already had a Judge Dumb, but this one is Judge Dum Dum.
Tweedle D and Dumb. Yes, we had those.
And this is Judge Dumb and Dumber.
Okay. Well, we also have a big symbol in the middle that says Citizen Alert, Wanted, Booster Gold for crimes of treason and theft.
Oh, one most wanted, that Booster Gold.
Well, he is number one most wanted. I mean, he has to be number one at something. He definitely hasn't been number one at anything else.
He's finally done something to get everyone's attention. Everybody wants a piece of Booster Gold now, right?
Yep.
This is
everybody
what he
wants a piece of Booster Gold.
Everybody wants some.
Well, we think so.
Yeah, because it's time. Booster's finally he's in the right time.
Well, anyway, Booster Gold in a story called A Future Lost, as opposed to a future found.
Yeah.
Or a future predicted, or a future loved. And we are in 2462 in Gotham City.
Oh, what? In Gotham? Oh, wow. I thought he was in Metropolis or like
Well, no, he lives in Metropolis. That's all I said. I said he lives in Metropolis. That is a factual statement.
Yeah, but you didn't believe that I could be correct.
I believed you could be correct. You're a very smart person. Very creative writer.
Yeah. Thank you.
Somebody me give writing advice while babies are crying for an entire 2.5-hour airplane flight.
Oh, I don't know. People out there, I understand you have to travel with your children. I get it. But boy, oh boy, these children, they don't know what's going on. They don't know why their ears hurt. They don't know why the thing is shaking. You shouldn't try to just go to sleep yourself and leave your child to deal with whatever. Be better.
I disagree. You should just not travel with children.
Oh, well, that's also an option. I was thinking that to myself as well.
Have those folks come to you.
Have those folks come to you. Yeah.
You have a small baby.
Yeah. Don't make the baby.
If people want to see that small baby, they could come to you.
Don't bring the baby on the airplane.
Right. They could just come to you. It's also bad for babies' ears and stuff. And I'm not being judgy. We know people have to travel.
They have to travel.
But geez,
that child, it sounded like they were experiencing like the 7 rings of hell on the airplane.
In their ears, probably mostly.
It was painful to sit through and watch this poor child.
So there we go. Well, anyway, we are looking at a lot of things happening.
Oh man, Booster's taking that out on the wall with his
Well,
good
Booster
arm. He's
likes
gonna
to
have
beat up
two
the wall.
bad arms. He's gonna have two bad arms, man. He's gonna hurt his other hand now.
And yeah, and Booster is like, he's at his old apartment building where he used to live with his mom and his sister. And he's beating it up. And he's really mad because it's all his fault. And his arm's still in a sling. He's just having a bad day. Trixie is in the Gold Star outfit,
Gold Star.
back in the background. And man, Mr. Furley is getting all mad. He's like,
Hey.
you guys got to leave. I'm going to call the cops. See, I'll call the cops, Carter. We know you. Trixie's like telling him to calm down. And then Booster's like, man, I'm going to get you.
Oh man, Booster, don't lose your cool, bro.
Yeah, he already did lose his cool. He can't find his like, mom is gone, his sister is gone. It's terrible. He can't find anybody. It's awful. It's all his fault.
It's all.
I mean, it probably is, honestly.
I like at the end of this page, I was like waiting for the page turn and Booster to be up on top of the roof with this Mr. Furley guy hanging him over by his ankles. Where's my sister? Just like, oh my gosh, this is gonna end poorly for Booster and this Mr. Furley.
Yeah, and then
Booster's that heated.
And the most stereotypical New York neighbor pops out of his apartment on page 3 and says, "You better let him go because I already called the cops." See?
Yeah, you're messing up my time with Meatwad Master Shake.
I mean, it's just good to know that in 2462, people that live in apartments in Gotham City are still wearing the exact same clothing that they wore in 1987.
Well, I don't think that Carl really ever changes, So
that is Carl, isn't it? Yeah. Boy, this Aqua Team Hunger Force has come up in the two most recent Booster Gold podcasts, and I'm so happy to see that. But that is Carl. We now know where his origin came from. He hung out right there in Booster Gold comics on page 3.
He just lifted right from here.
14.
He was just lifted from this page.
Right. Well, Booster is losing his head, and Trixie's like, "You got to go." And the sirens start coming, and they fly away. And Booster's like, "That nosy jerk called the police." And Trixie's like, "Why is that bad?" And Booster's like, "It's because I stole a time machine."
I stole a time machine and other stuff. I'm kind of a bad guy, Trixie. Did some bad stuff. I'm a loner, Trixie. You should just leave me now. I know what the things that I've done, and they're not all good. I'm not the guy that you think I am. And Dan has a dog.
And it turns out stealing a time machine in 2462 is just the same as launching a nuclear bomb in a church.
Oh man,
at least that's what Booster says.
Well, I mean, the worst part is to think that actually probably happened at some point in Booster's timeline, to be able to equivocate those two things as being equally bad. If you have a scale and you're going to weigh one thing that is bad to another thing that's bad, then it must have happened at one point.
Stealing time machine. Well, there must have been something that happened with time, because why would stealing a time machine be so bad?
Well, I'm thinking about this, and I'm wondering if Booster's a Styx fan because he might have too much time on his hands.
Wow. There you go.
Huh?
Or
you could.
He might just be a man. He might just be a man in the wilderness.
Oh, he could be.
A Tommy Shaw song you don't know.
It is a Tommy Shaw song I don't know.
If he didn't sing it there.
Oh, why don't you?
But if you were a true Styx fan.
If I was a true Styx fan, honestly, of the 2 albums that they did and plus the extra songs, it was like almost 2.5 albums worth of music at their concert. And I knew 70% of the music that was being played.
What was the median age of the people attending the Styx concert?
Ooh, boy. You, Travis, and I were definitely on the younger side of the scale. The median age probably being, I'd say probably In the late 60s somewhere.
Yeah, there you
70.
go. See?
The nice couple behind us and the nice couple in front of us in line were definitely in their I would say 70s.
Well, we also at the Styx concert. How crazy with this? We met a letterer. Named Brian Kolak. While getting our Styx t-shirts.
He was so nice.
Yeah, and we met you met another gentleman too. I did not know the name.
Yeah. I didn't catch his name, but call out to you, potential listener, but very cool dude. I wish I got your name. Great conversation and stuff like that. But both of you, yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, Brian Kolek. So he does a bunch of Godzilla stuff.
That is awesome. I'm gonna have to go hit up the shop.
Looks like a bunch of stuff for IDW.
That is cool.
And he also owns, I believe, I shouldn't say this, but I think it's called Stoked on Printing.
Oh.
So I was trying to look him up on the spot. But yeah, super. I can't speak to the quality of his work, but I definitely can speak to outside of seeing it. But I can definitely speak to the quality of the guy. A super nice guy to talk to, and just chilling out there talking. We were almost late to get started in the concert because we were talking to people. I know it shocks everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. So yeah, and it was fun. And he was just like, "Oh, what is this?
The hats.
What is this? What are the hats about? Godzilla Rivals, Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Godzilla."
I gotta go grab that. I gotta go find it.
Yeah. So there we go, and that was super neat. Yeah. So yeah, it's fun. We met another creator too, but we'll talk about that at a different time.
Another time. Yeah. That's what I can tell you is the weekend was full of surprises. And it was definitely like you go on a trip and you never know what to expect, and it just kept it just like the slot machines. It just kept giving and giving and giving and giving. It was amazing. Booster Gold.
So back to Booster. We got a 9-panel grid, my friend.
Holy cats!
A 9-panel grid. That means we're going to do some storytelling.
Yes, we are.
We're going to do a lot of storytelling. In fact, you better watch these men when you do 9-panel grids.
Yeah.
And just see what I did there?
Yeah.
You better watch these men when you do 9-panel grids. You get it? Get it? Get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Watchmen,
you get it?
9-panel grids. I do. I get it. Yes.
You get it? Okay.
I have. Yes.
Well, we're watching, is it Jack, right? And
Jack.
Hunter.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was Mitt or Jack Mitt.
Stop it. So we got Jack and Rip, and they're trying to fix the time machine, the time sphere, not the time bubble,
time ball
sphere, and the something is fried out to a crisp.
Oh man, the something. Are they going to find another something in their time that they're in now?
They're going to try.
Okay. I bet you in the future they're just like all over the place. Just like, you could open up a microwave.
They don't have a something yet.
What?
Yeah. They don't have it. They need to get a something. They don't have it yet.
They probably, but they could go anywhere, and they could just like open a microwave, and that something is probably they're using it to make the microwave work.
Yeah. So
or like a water filter.
Something.
Yeah. Something.
Okay. Well, anyway. They go
looking. Hunter's the one that has too much time on his hands.
They go looking, and they're both wearing leather jackets.
Yeah. Twinsies.
And they're walking around really super cool.
They look like they're in a gang.
Well, leather jackets really never go out of style.
That's true. They don't.
As we found out when we went surf shopping, we found the most epic Mr. Furley leather jacket.
Man. We were both fighting over it. We were like, oh my God, I want it. And then Dan tried to put it on, and it was comical. Because
it wouldn't fit over. It fit the rest of me.
It wouldn't fit over your arms because it's too damn big.
It wouldn't fit over my arm. It wouldn't fit over my shoulders.
It wouldn't fit over it.
It fit.
Okay.
The skinny part fit. That fit. That made me feel good.
But But you work out too much, so it wouldn't fit over your muscular body, Dan.
It wouldn't, yeah.
And then I realized after Dan tried to put it on, there was no way that my my other body type, which is not muscular, would not fit it.
It actually hurt my shoulders to put it on. I was like,
Yeah, no, you said, ow, I'm stuck. I found you another jacket while we were there at that place, and you did not like it.
So, well, anyway, they're
Yeah.
walking around and they see a news bulletin. All citizens are asked to be on the lookout for this man spotted tonight in the Highbridge sector. Michael John Carter, former college football star, suspected of stealing a time machine from the Space Museum several months ago. Carter, who also stole some weaponry at the time, is considered armed and dangerous and is not to be approached if you should spot him. Please alert the police immediately. And now, a word from what is that? Pepco Cola. Oh, okay. Pepco
Cola. Oh, wow. That's a new company.
Yeah, it's kind of a combination of all the colas into a name.
All the colas. Yes, to Pepco. I like that bottom panel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, spaghetti. Rick and Jack are just like, huh?
Booster is upset, and him and Trixie are now falling around. So this book kind of just vacillates between Trixie and Booster's adventures in time, and Jack and Rip's adventures. So so it looks like they've been found by the judges.
Oh no, they're gonna get judged because because they even say like, hey, we got the right to shoot them on sight. We don't have to shoot them now. Ask questions later. They got that kind of
good news. Yeah. Good news. They destroyed the time bubble. So
no, they are stuck now.
Yeah, how are they getting home? That's impossible. That's
when I saw that panel, I said no.
If anybody can't tell that this is the day after I came back from a trip, based on the number of Juliet appearances.
Oh my gosh, Dan is wearing a dog now.
Yeah, it's I mean, the dog is the most entertaining part of the podcast. So let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, you assume that people come for the funny book and the forensics of the podcast, but it's really if you have video and you come for the dog.
Yeah, I mean it's true. I mean, some people are saying she's the best dog. So
I hear
some people are saying.
Yeah, I mean it's out there. That's what the folks are saying.
9 out of 10 dentists agree that Juliet is the best dog. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So, and it's
9 out of 10 dentists. 9 out of 10 dentists agree.
Dentists. Yeah.
9 out of 10 dentists. Okay, so dentists. 9 out of 10 dentists say that Juliet is the best dog.
Well, I mean that's probably also true. Okay. I just haven't heard that.
Oh, well, that's what I heard.
Well, the police are freaking out. They're like, the area is too confined. They wreck their speeders.
We're going to get in trouble for blowing up some stuff. We got to get them to a more public space to kill them in the open.
Yeah, Trixie uses her official Cosmic Boy wave the arms magnetic power.
Whoa, yeah.
The circles and destroys the thing. Good news. When Dan Jurgens has probably drawn Cosmic Boy using those powers, so he already has it down. Booster is punching people with his good arm.
Yeah.
They knock out the police. That seems like an effective strategy.
Yeah.
And then Jack, right after they leave, Rip and Jack show up.
Oh, man.
There's knocked out police there, and there's one blown up time bubble. Jack says, "That's it. We're done. Doomed. We're stuck here forever. Marooned in the 25th century." He goes, great movie title.
Oh, yeah.
And then Rip is like, there's worse places we could be stuck. Now, so far, just saying.
Yeah.
Who did you think would be the long-term character here? Rip Hunter Now, if you didn't know anything about DC Silver Age, right? So you're just reading this as a kid. You don't know who this Rip Hunter guy is because there's been no reference to Rip Hunter and the Time Masters or anything like that.
Just a guy.
Are you thinking Jack from Star Labs is going to become the long-term reoccurring character, or Rip Hunter is going to become the long-term reoccurring character, or none? Or you just think it's a story? They're here.
I'm thinking, honestly, okay, I'm looking at this and I'm like, these are just two side characters. They're just doing some stuff. It's all about Booster.
Okay. Well, we flipped the page.
But then again, knowing what I know, these two
you don't get to know what you know.
Oh, damn it.
You don't get... So we flipped the page, and it says, it was almost 20 years ago. They framed him, disgraced him, and then they blew him to bits. Now he's back.
He's back, and he wants vengeance.
He may be the most powerful human being on Earth. His name is Captain Atom.
Captain.
And he's not blue, and he doesn't have a giant penis flopping all over the page. But he is Captain Atom. From the Charlton Action Heroes.
Hey.
Just like Blue Beetle.
Just like Blue Beetle.
Yep. Just like Blue Beetle.
Just like the Blue Beetle.
So Booster's taking off. Trixie's chasing him down wearing the suit. She says, oh, great, wonderful. I squeezed into this ridiculously tight outfit and dragged myself 500 years into the future to help you, and you won't even talk to me. Well, I realize you're in pain, mister, but you're not the only one. I want to see my friends and family again, and that's going to be mighty hard to do the way things are looking now.
Oh, no. Trixie's mad.
Now, would you consider that a guilt trip or a statement?
Oh, well, I mean, it's a guilt trip statement.
I mean, what would Mercy St. Clair say?
Mercy would say guilt trip.
Okay, guilt trip. Well, the guilt trip works because he does start talking. He starts explaining things. She's like, oh, we should go to a doctor. And he's like, we can't do that. He's like, our first priority is to find Jack and Rip. And then they keep talking. And Trixie's like, I know, starts making jokes. Maybe we should put ads in the classified. She's trying to lighten the situation up a little bit. And she said, well, seriously, though, why don't we just go to the police and explain everything? And maybe they'll just help us out. And Booster's like, you don't understand. I'm a thief.
Did bad things, Trixie. I'm a loner.
I'm a bad guy.
I'm a bad dude.
Trixie's like, you're going to sit around and rot in some yucky jail here. What are we going to do, Booster? How are you going to get us home? They hug, and he's like, I wish I knew.
Ooh.
Now we flip the page, and we get the
moon coming up.
Gotham has, like, the way they draw this is like Gotham City has, like, some... Or no, we're not in Gotham anymore. We're in Metropolis.
We're not in Gotham. Oh, they're
actually I don't like that. I think it should have shifted. I was about to literally say the way Gotham City is drawn, it's still drawn like Gotham City, but just with some future things around it. Then we get a building in Metropolis that's kind of done the same way. I kind of wish like Metropolis had been drawn up like to be a little bit more futuristic, whereas Gotham still looks old. Because in the future, like the Legion future, Metropolis basically just expands to go over everything. So the whole like East Coast becomes Metropolis, basically.
I mean, maybe something happened that they couldn't. They're just like, they're where they are.
Maybe it was the Great Disaster.
Maybe they had to rebuild a little bit.
Maybe it was Jonah Hex's fault.
Could have been. Maybe a nuclear bomb went off in a church. And, what? He wouldn't have said it if it didn't happen, Dan.
Okay, that's fair. Maybe that's what started the Great Disaster.
You can't put it into it's Chekhov's gun. You can't put it in Chekhov's gun.
Well, the Gotham branch of the police are like, we're going to take care of Booster. We've found this guy matching the descriptions. We're going to send out the animal.
Oh, the animal. Man, not the animal. I
Yeah.
like him when he plays drums. He's really good. But when he's not playing the drums, he can get kind of wild and all that.
Well,
red
what you
fur.
see is he's
Yeah.
sick and tired of the Midnight Express, and he's going to take out that terrible, terrible Jim Cornette. Well, tell
Oh.
him, Hawk.
Oh man,
It's not either of those animals.
no, I don't think it's either of those animals.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
they send out the animal.
he kind of looks like George the animal a little bit.
That wasn't George the Animal Steel.
Oh, it wasn't.
That was Road Warrior Animal.
Oh,
Why would George the Animal Steel be talking to Hawk?
I don't know.
George the Animal Steel doesn't really even talk.
That's why George the Animal Steel and this guy are very similar. They don't talk. They got bald heads.
Well, the scientists do what all scientists do when they need to find an answer to a problem in 500 years from now. They grab a tablet and they start looking up research.
Right. Yeah.
No.
No?
They go to the Gotham University Library
Yeah, of course.
that has books,
As books.
and they find a librarian
Yeah.
who
And she looks like she went to the Styx concert.
or she either went to the Styx concert or she is a significantly aged Annie Potts from Ghostbusters.
Oh, maybe now I think she's the ghost in the library.
Is the significantly aged Annie Potts in real life didn't look like this, but if you took her character, if you took Janine from Ghostbusters, she would have looked like this.
Yeah, probably. Annie Potts still looking like very, very good.
Annie Potts is a national treasure.
She is. She's hilarious. Like I watching a new show with her in it, and was like I'm trying to think. I can't think of the name. The show is very much like Northern Exposure set on the East Coast. But
I think Annie Potts could become the
ant.
Betty White.
Oh
the
yeah,
next, like Betty White type.
Yeah. She's got good range. She's hilarious, and just you're right. She's a national treasure. She's
going to keep picking up more things as she ages because her humor style is timeless.
Yeah.
And that's a great spot to be in. Well, Jack and Rip.
Jack and Rip
find
Jack and Dan.
Jack and Rip find a terminal to access LexisNexis.
Oh yeah. They're getting into LexisNexis there. They're asking it all the questions to get all the answers.
You know, if people didn't do debate or go to a library in the like early 1990s, they have no idea what we're talking about.
They're like, "What are you talking about?"
Lawyers out there, please explain like Westlaw and LexisNexis to everybody so we don't have to. Also, we can explain that when we went to the library, we didn't have LexisNexis at our community college. So we had to go get discs. We had to wait for them to be sent to the library, and they came monthly, and then we had to put them in and hunt for them. It was very exciting. I very much liked going to other schools and getting access to LexisNexis or getting a password from somebody.
Yeah.
If I could pull that off. It was like the way we found news and stuff before you had access to, say, the internet and all of the internet.
Or the internet as it is today.
And I do like the concept here that in the 30th century, they don't need this stuff, but in this century, based on this comic book story, they still need like these large terminals to access things. It's just kind of interesting. And, Jack goes to access their records on time travel, and they're like, federal access only.
Can't get in. Denied.
And Rip concludes, and this is why Rip is such a brilliant time traveler. He concludes that apparently time travel is considered a government secret.
Oh.
Not surprising when one considers the consequences of time machines falling into the wrong hands, like Rip Hunter's.
No. bad stuff can happen, people. Wait,
And so
you said falling into the hands of Rip Hunter?
yeah,
Is he a bad guy?
I don't know.
He do bad things, Dan?
Well, they started doing some research back in 1986, and they find out, you were right. Data lost due to a nuclear conflict.
Holy crap, everybody.
In DC Comics, that was known as the Great Disaster. So
Great disaster happened.
That's how they would. So it came out of Kirby because that's how you got The Last Boy on Earth.
Yeah.
You got Commandy, right?
Yeah.
But so they kind of used that, but then they kept using that concept. So like the Legion didn't have to account for things that happened between the time and the time. And so as time went forward, DC could just say, well, if they changed their universe or whatever, the Great Disaster didn't let them know what was happening. So they couldn't, all the records were lost. Yeah, it was just a writing device, and they used it lots of places and used it when it was convenient. So here it was very convenient to use. But that does explain some things too, because Rip's like answers the question I've had about the buildings. Nuclear conflict. They probably had to spend years rebuilding. That's why they're not more advanced here. Okay, so we've got some advancements, but we don't have some other advancements.
Somebody put too much popcorn in the microwave again.
And Booster's still just whining about everything he did wrong. It's like, we got to get some clothes. I made my mom die. I got to find my sister. It's terrible. I'm a terrible son and terrible human being. And while he's standing there, he gets tapped on the shoulder and somebody says, "Freeze!"
Uh-oh.
And now, is it just me, or does the animal look like Tharok, except he doesn't have the half robot body?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, it's basically the same outfit, except it's purple and green instead of yellow, right? And
yeah. I can see that.
He has the same angry, evil villain face.
Yeah.
Well, Animal is being told what to do by the police captain, and he just goes after Booster. He grabs him. And now Trixie's like, uh-oh, it's up to me to do something. I've got to solve the problem. And she uses her magnetic powers to like push Animal back. They start to get the upper hand on him. And he hits Trixie with something.
Yeah.
And that freaks Booster off. Freaks Booster out.
It freaks him off, man. It gets him. He's in a dance competition, and it's like a freak. Wait, no, what?
Well, we flip the page, and we get the Doomsday Book. Mystery so strange it takes the greatest detective of all time to solve it. It looks like we have a Detective Comics 50th anniversary story, number 572.
Getting all the detectives in there.
Mike W. Barr doing some stuff in it. Looks like there's some Carmen Infantino art in this book. Alan Davis is doing stuff in this. It looks like in this book, you're going to get Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Maybe some Sherlock Holmes.
Uh-huh.
And the best detective of them all, the man whose nose twitches when he smells a mystery.
Uh-huh.
The one and the only elongated man, Ralph Dibny.
Oh, my goodness.
Who belongs in a Batman book more than elongated man?
I don't know.
I can't think of anybody.
Yeah, no. It's good stuff.
Your nose twitching? There's no mysteries around you.
No mysteries around me.
Well, Booster intelligently, because when I think of fighting skill or fighting style, planning, thorough processing of the brain, and intelligence, I think of Booster number one. He reacts to Trixie and just flies straight into Animal, and Animal immediately grabs him and starts choking him out. That leaves Trixie to wake up and start using her magnetic powers. She accidentally blows up the entire boat they're on.
No.
It's not necessarily the best thing, but it knocks out Animal. And he doesn't die because we have to make sure that you don't kill people on accident. So they get Animal out of the water.
Yeah.
Booster seems to be okay. The police are like, is this some kind of trick? Jump on her while we have the chance. And the captain's like, hold it, Farrell. Give her a minute or two so she can pull the guy out of the water. All right, now that she's done that, all right, we'll get her. And Booster's like, oh, sure, run away. I may be a jerk sometimes, but I'm not a total sludge. We're in this together.
Yeah.
And so now they have been arrested. So ID confirmed. Michael John Carter. I messed it up.
Michael John. Yeah.
And we get Jane Doe.
Jane Doe.
Jane Doe's last appearance was in Galaxy Quest.
Oh, yeah.
As a new member of the crew, as you'll recall.
Yeah.
At the end. Yeah. So that was, that sounds good.
Totally.
She was dating Fred Chen, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tech Sergeant Chen.
Tech Sergeant Chen.
Yeah. And so off that appearance from Galaxy Quest, we have Jane Doe here. They seem to be a little bit of a different vibe, though. Maybe Jane's changed a lot. She doesn't seem to have tentacles coming out for her backside or anything like that.
No.
That's what we should do. We should have a Galaxy Quest viewing party one night.
Yeah. Good show.
What?
Good
You're
movie.
backing off. You're like, it's good. It's fine.
I said good. Good
And
idea.
the lead is now an asshole, but everybody else in the movie is awesome.
Yeah.
So we get back and they're interrogating them. And she's like, we'll tell you everything, Trixie is, but you got to give Booster some medical attention. Trixie's getting stuff done, and then the police captain's like, he doesn't get so much as a Band-Aid until I've had a crack at him.
Oh.
The other police guy says, Broderick, this case is under local jurisdiction. Rah, 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 rah. He's like, no, it's not. It's under federal jurisdiction. And after all, if you're a federal officer, you have absolute immunity and power to do anything you want. I mean, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, no. But I mean,
right
he does
now.
kind of go down that path.
He kind of does go down that path.
Yeah.
And so anyway, then he starts beating up Booster. Not so
Too many
good.
answers.
We flip the page and we find out the world's mightiest mortal is just a kid at heart.
Oh.
From Legends, remember that? We were talking about that miniseries.
We were.
From Legends to the all-new Justice League, now in his own 4-part miniseries by Roy, the creator of Wolverine, Thomas, and Dan Thomas. Remember Roy Thomas, the creator of Wolverine?
Yeah.
Because he edited the books?
Yeah, and his music's good too.
Yeah, it's good.
I
keep dogging on Roy Thomas, and I shouldn't. I keep making this joke about the Wolverine thing. It really annoys me that he said that, but I need to stop dogging him out on it because he's done so much for comics history and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I have tons of his stuff. I don't know. That comment just made me really mad because it just seems so out of character for him too.
I mean,
and I don't know him. I've never worked with him. So for me, I'm reading all this stuff from a historian, from a writer I've read growing up, from knowing he was an editor at DC. And then every time I see his name now, I'm just like dogging him out for that one comment he made.
Goodness gracious. You hold to it each and
I
every
do.
time.
Well, Tom Mandrake helped with this one too, so we got some cool art at least. Anyway, Shazam, the new beginning, because we can't have Captain Marvel because we let the copyright lapse or the trademark lapse, and Marvel picked it up and made their own Captain Marvel, which was genius.
Shazam.
We also get come join the DC universe for just 75 cents a month. Or
That's
less.
a steal.
You can have your favorite heroes come to your door. The first subscription is just $9. But remember, the more you order, the more you save. If you order 2 or more titles, you can receive your comics delivered for just $8 per title.
Whoa.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, man.
So, do you know what you could buy right now?
If I bought all these back then, a lot.
You could buy a lot of comics, yeah.
Yeah.
And these were the newsstand books. So that's why you get like Tales of the Teen Titans, Tales of Legion. So these weren't the direct sales books. So it is interesting, by the way, not confusing at all. If you're a little kid picking up these books, you can order Tales of the Teen Titans delivered straight to your door, or Tales of Legion of Superheroes off this list, but you had to get on a different list to order their actual monthly book with the new stories.
Man,
that's not confusing, right?
Not at all. Why is this book so different than the one that I was getting before?
Adventure of the Outsiders, too, so they're doing it that. Well, it was back to that whole thing about that approach, right? That direct sale approach. And then, it did make it. Also, that whole taking your before top 2 selling titles and then just making shit really confusing for them, like making them difficult to get. It doesn't make a lot of sense unless we were talking to this. Actually, I'll just say the creator's name, but we'll talk more about him later. We were talking to a creator with his first writing credit at IDW last month, Alan Wu.
Not IDW.
Or not IDW, sorry, Oni Press.
Oni Press.
Yeah.
IDW
is Brian's work. Yeah.
Brian's work, yes.
Yeah.
Oni Press, yes. He's
we were talking with him about some old comics because Alan picked up comics a little bit later. But we were talking about, how Teen Titans, and of course Travis had to chime in because he had a debate with somebody once about Teen Titans, but how Teen Titans Back Again and Legion were the best-selling books and this whole direct thing.
Mm-hmm.
And but we took it from a different angle. It wasn't just my normal rant about taking things direct sale. It was like, well, if those are your top 2 selling books, did they want to reset the universe so their main IP properties could then go center stage, right? So, after Crisis, they put John Byrne on Superman, they put George Perez on Wonder Woman, Batman's already rolling after Batman's rolling after Dark Knight Returns, right? So the tension on the character again, and then she'll have the Jason Todd call the number thing, which I don't know if that's great storytelling, but did get attention on the character, right?
Right.
And so, was it smart of them? Hey, it's great that these other 2 books are popular, but was it the best thing for DC's long-term business to have Teen Titans and Legion of Superheroes being your top-selling books, or was it in their best interest to have their big 3 IPs be their best-selling books? And then they're going to relaunch Flash, a couple years? Well, Wally's already out. Have they already relaunched Flash? It was around 87, I think. And then they relaunched Green Lantern in 90? 91? Yeah. And so, they do the Emerald Dawn thing, and then they do the series relaunch, right? So, they are going kind of after these big IPs kind of one at a time and getting them back out there.
Moving them forward.
Yeah, and then they took the risk with the other 2. And so, it probably does make more of a sense to take the risk with those other IPs than it does your big ones, and obviously long term. But it's still it hurts as a little kid fan because I was trying to read my favorite thing.
You're like, why can't I read it all?
And why can't I easily get this stuff? And why do I have to drive 45 but 40 minutes to go get a comic book now? And, anyway, it took... Yeah. It also got me into comics because I started going to a used comic shop and looking at all the old comics. So, there's side benefits of it too. But, it's just, I don't know. I've always wondered if it was the right strategy. And we were just talking, we weren't the only ones to bring it up, but Alan brought it up as well, for the first time in 30 years. So I've confirmed it now. DC-ish years, DC outsold Marvel Comics in 2025. And, hindsight, I think it probably was the best strategy maybe to get those IPs back out there, but it still didn't ultimately put them ahead in the comic book war. And Marvel still held the lead for a long time.
Held the lead for a long time, for sure.
So it didn't necessarily work. And they're trying.
I think that we'll see what the future holds. That it might see a little bit of a pivot with readership and other things like that as the
future past future or the future of now future.
The future of now future. Just seeing what happens in the next year or two with
I'm under no illusion that DC is going to hold the long-term lead here in the comics war. I think this may be a blip, but the thing that they are putting out, they did it. They put out instead of trying to strengthen the old IPs, they put out, I mean, Marvel did it a long time ago, but they did the absolute universe, generated a lot of interest, and telling these stories in a different way. Generated interest in putting a change on these characters and introducing them in a different way. And while personally, I would love it if it wasn't absolute Batman and absolute Superman, but we actually had new characters and new stories out there, right? Like it wasn't
like absolute Jonah.
Yeah, I don't want absolute anything. I would love it to be like a new property, right? That took off. But well, that would be my preference. But again, we were talking about this. I dog on Scott Snyder because I don't get his writing, but clearly everybody else does. And he's done some really great things. It was fun to talk to. I said we'd talk about Alan some other time, so we'll introduce who Alan is later in more detail. But it was fun to talk to another creator because I'm of you, Travis, and I'm reading the most new comics.
Right.
And so Alan's reading new comics too. And so it's fun to talk to somebody about new comics because he's like, oh, this is really good. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's really good. And it was because I'm always talking, oh, well, Mark Waid's doing all this stuff now. And you and Travis are kind of like, Mark Waid is doing new stuff. And Alan was like, no, the Mark Waid stuff is working. Right. And the Scott Snyder stuff is working. And of course, he mentioned Dan Mora drawing like every cover. I think the first thing I said when I said DC is like, and Dan Mora, the artist for DC, right? Like drawing so much. But it is neat to see these creators pop. And I've mentioned Joshua Williamson too, who will also be doing the new Legion series. Hooray. But deserves a lot of credit for creating these universes. And of course, there's a lot of other creators too that do. But those three seem to have powered a lot of the sales run.
Oh,
as far as the writing side of it is concerned. And then Dan Mora has powered a lot of the art side, a lot. And, good for them. It's good. And honestly, coming out too of maybe one of their biggest failed experiments of Bendis is back, Bendis is here, doing the literal Jack Kirby write-up for Brian Michael Bendis. I mean, they literally replicated the Kirby is coming ads and did Bendis is coming, right? When they hired him. And that was an abject business failure. I can get into whether it's a creative failure or not. I can say for the Legion of Superheroes, it was a creative failure. I don't think I agree with that for everything he did at DC necessarily. But with all that, fanfare and it was another, we're going to bring over this Marvel person and we're going to get Marvel, right? And it turns out, a couple of the creators that they've kept mostly in-house, right? Scott Snyder, Joshua Williamson.
Yeah.
And then bringing back Mark Waid, who obviously has done a lot of Marvel. But when people think of Mark Waid, he broke in with DC.
Yeah.
Flash, obviously Kingdom Come. You think of Mark Waid as a DC guy, even though his Fantastic Four run was great. And, there's lots of other things. Mark Waid's done a lot in the industry.
Yeah.
But you either think of him as an independent creator, right, or a DC guy, right? I don't think most people think Mark Waid, Marvel guy.
I think of him as an Archie guy.
It's an Archie guy. Yeah, it's true. That's also good. Well, that's what I meant. He's done a lot. Yeah. So I guess I don't know that we label Mark Waid. See, I do because he did so much with DC early on.
Yeah.
And he did editing for them, and he knows those characters, right? And he did Legion, he did Flash, he did a lot of different things for DC early. So it's full circle, right? So he comes back. So it's like you have their in-house folks building these great stories back with another creator who comes back into the fold, right? But loves the DC IPs. And, they build this really cool storytelling and really interesting. And we'll see how it ends up. I mean, we're starting to wrap up this all-in storyline. They're starting to try to figure out what's happening with Darkseid. They're doing this whole DC KO thing, which is all right, but I'm loving it because the Legion is back. Yeah. But it's an interesting time, and we're back here with these comics here that we're in right now, and DC's getting their ass kicked, right? I mean, just
at this
getting
time,
destroyed by Marvel
in the 80s,
in 1987. And
well, I think like one of the things too that's also driving is the fact that they're putting out other products that I say products, other things that drive people to find their comics. So anything in their movies, in their television, video games, anything like that is driving people back to the comic. Yeah, right now. That's what's been driving
I feel like
it back
DC
in the last
has
5
done
years.
okay, so here's where they finally did it right, though. DC was awful about getting the movies to align with the comics.
Yeah. I'm not saying they're aligning with the comics. I'm just saying they're putting out stuff that's getting people interested.
Oh,
to go
now
back
they are.
in the last 5 years.
I would say in the last year.
Well, it doesn't matter if you think they're good or bad. I'm just saying that, and I'm saying that directly to you. I'm saying that they have things out there that are getting people interested and getting people to want to go read those things. So it doesn't necessarily matter if it's good or bad. I'm just saying, and that's an opinion, that there's things out there that people are watching or playing, and they're saying, oh, I wonder if this book is something I'd like to pick up. I just played Gotham Knights, or I just played Lego Batman, or Lego Justice League, or something like that. Or I just watched this really great animated movie that was all about this. And or I watched the live action new Superman, and now I'm interested.
Well, that's
in
what I was
Supergirl.
gonna say. It was the Superman marketing was spot on. Aligned with also featuring Superman in the universe, right?
But it makes
they
them
did
want
a good job doing them both at the same time.
And I think, like, when we talk about, like, in the past, like, past episode, we talked about superheroes with supporting cast being there for a solo superhero or a superhero that has support. I think in that movie specifically, he had such a great support cast, both in his regular life and in the superhero life as well. And it made people want to read those other books, like pick up a Hawk Girl book, pick up, anything else. They're just like, oh, wow, I got to find out more about this character. So,
Yeah. And that's the reason I started arguing with you about it, was because I felt like a lot of times their marketing didn't align with the comics well and didn't actually end up promoting them. Because, a movie would come out and the movie was, I think in the Snyderverse a lot of the time too, the movies were so far away from what the comics were doing or from the heart of the characters that they didn't align, right? And so I wasn't, the way I would agree with you in the way you were thinking, like it's more of the cartoons lately in the video games. I was thinking about like the last group of movies when I had that visceral reaction, because I was like, the last group of movies did fuck all to some comics. And I would argue they were almost negative because they had so much bad buzz with them. They were actually turning people away from the characters.
I don't know.
Right?
I mean, you watch any of the movies, like if you watch Birds of Prey or something like that, even though it's not relatively like it's I shouldn't say Birds of Prey, but like you watch any of those movies and they're like,
you're proving the point.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that it doesn't necessarily it doesn't correlate with the comics, but because it doesn't. But point is, it draws people in to go check out those things, and it gives them that, oh, maybe I should go check it out. I like this, or I didn't. Same thing with any of those other movies that came in the last 5 years. I mean, I talked to a number of different people that had no interest in comics at all, that watched a movie and they liked a character from that movie. They might not have liked the whole movie, but they liked a character, and then they went and found that book. So you can totally hate a movie, but you might find a character you want to know more about, So, I mean, that's the point I'm making. They might not have hit the home run out with every movie in the last 5 years, but they're making things that drew people in and made them want to go find other things. And that's what's gotten them to the point where they are today.
Though on the other side of the argument, the absolute books were driving a lot of the sales.
Yeah.
And the Absolute books had nothing to do with the marketing blitz at all. Right.
Yeah.
That was like an organic really
Right.
reader driven, like, let's go grab these things. And the two things both had to happen for the sales thing to happen, right?
Mhm.
Like the Summer of Superman stuff, bringing back Mark Waid to Superman, like rebuild Joshua Williamson's great writing, them rebuilding that universe. They brought Dan Slott over to do a Superman book, which is a big get. So you're drawing in, you're getting creators that fans love, right, and bringing them in, but then the Absolute books really drove those sales too. So they had that combination, that everything kind of moved together for them.
To your point though about it not being if there it's an organic thing, it is organic. But say you're a person that just watched a movie, you come into a shop, you pick up a book that's related to the movie that you're excited about, and someone at the shop notices that you're picking up a DC book, and this new Absolute book is out, and they make a suggestion, hey, if you're picking up this book, these other books are also new, and they're not the same, but it might be interesting to you. So you might pick up one and check it out. So it is kind of organic, but it's also, in a sense, like if you never had watched that movie, you never wanted to come in and pick up that book, you never would have gone to the shop, and you never would have been suggested the other book to pick up with the book you're picking up. So, I mean, there's a cause and effect to the thing, right? And it didn't all happen in 1 year. It happened over a series of time.
Yeah. No, that's fair. And no, that's absolutely fair. And, I kind of think of it as like, I don't know. Yeah, and you're probably, I can't argue with your point. I've just had such a negative, in my mind, response to
I know, because
the way
you have,
DC has done some. Well,
yeah,
because I want it to be good, and when it's bad, then it makes me sad. And
I mean, not every movie out there can be the Blue Beetle for you, Dan. I know
God.
It can't be that, and you can't be excited about it.
Now I'm just cussing. Like, yeah, it's.
But how many people got excited because they saw the marketing and then went out and actually bought the good
based
book?
on the crossover to the comics, absolutely no one.
But they went back and bought the good book.
No one.
No one? Okay.
But yeah.
Really?
But
okay.
But it has happened with other books, yes.
I'm imagining people decided that they wanted to go check out where the source material came from.
Came from. I wish more did.
I'm sure they did.
I wish, I genuinely, me, you know how much I love the character. I wish more did. That's one of the ones that depresses me the most, because I'm like, that is a character that
is great,
should
character.
be headlining.
And I mean, honestly, I had a good time watching the movie. So,
yeah. And, we're talking about that sales strategy. So let's go back to the 80s, because I pulled up the numbers from Comicron. We're talking about that relaunch strategy. So January 86, top selling book, X Factor number 4 at 56,000 units. X Factor number 5, and this is only from Capital City, so it's not all. That's only from direct sale distribution. I want to be very clear. So it's not all the books, because that's where we can get the numbers, right? So this is from Capital City distribution. It was a precursor to Diamond, for people that don't know. So Capital City selling to shops. This is what the shops were grabbing. So there's a bias there too. But X Factor, January 86, X Factor 4, February 86, X Factor 5, March of 86, Uncanny 207, April 86, Uncanny 208. These are the number one books of the month. Surprisingly, and kind of crazy to me, I guess because they've made a number one, May 86, Classic X-Men, a reprint book. Number one is the top selling book.
Yeah.
And then June of 86, so maybe DC strategy was correct here. The Man of Steel miniseries, Man of Steel number one, top selling book in 86, selling 125,000 copies direct sale, which is over double any of the top selling books from the first 5 months. July 86, Man of Steel #3, top selling book. They were coming out twice a month. August 86, Man of Steel #5, the top selling book. September 86, Superman Volume 2 #1, the best selling book. But then to argue back and to see if the strategy succeeded with putting Byrne there. Superman #1, 91,000 copies. Man of Steel #5, 81,000 copies. October 86, the best-selling book, Superman Volume 2 #2, 59,000 copies. So by the second issue of Superman in Byrne's run, it dropped in half. And then November of 86, we're back to Uncanny X-Men at 58,400 copies being the top-selling book, 215, and Uncanny 216. So they did build the momentum for a second, but I would argue, in my humble opinion, based off mediocre storytelling, they weren't able to
capture,
right?
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate. And also, and I mean, it pains me to say this, but we read the Wonder Woman's too, the Wonder Woman issues the next year. And yeah, I'm sure those caught the press art's beautiful, but the story is...
It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. And if that's not what you want to do, if you're not looking for a meal, you're just looking for a sandwich, then, you know, it's too much.
And I pulled up the 1987 numbers for both Diamond and Capital City, our top selling books.
Excellent.
For Diamond, it only has from June, because that's when Diamond was starting out. It's all Uncanny is the top selling book every month.
Yeah.
For Capital City, Uncanny, Punisher, Uncanny, Amazing, Spider-Man. Wow. Uncanny. So Wonder Woman's not up there. None of the other relaunches are up there. So it is back to just dominance by Marvel at the top.
And I think that's also like there's got to be like a testament to like what people were ordering or being told to order at the time, because like when you hit the newsstand or you hit the spinner rack and whatnot back then, I mean, it was just chock full of X-Men books.
It's because it's a best-selling book. And
so if it's the best-selling book, you got to buy it. You got to buy 8 copies of this, and you know, a couple of those and a couple of these, and forget the rest of those things because nobody cares.
And the only thing that dented the top #1 was the wedding, the Spider-Man wedding.
Spider-Man wedding? Yeah,
the annual 21.
Oh.
So, you know, they mentioned Watchmen getting up there for the trade.
Yeah.
So, and it said September 87 Watchmen trade debuted at $14.95. It did not make the top 100 for units, but it was the $2 producer in September. So it didn't sell as many, but because it was selling for $14.95,
so
it
I was so
netted
excited
a lot of money. Yeah.
To go in and buy that with my own money.
Yeah. But again, not part of that grander DC strategy either of getting the big IPs off the ground. Like Watchmen was not the big IP book.
No.
And because of Watchmen and obviously those books, we get the Vertigo imprint later. But again, thinking about, we were talking specifically about this strategy, right? Of like kind of jettisoning these other books to the sideline and going back to your core IP, going back to Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman. And it didn't work. And I think there's a lot of reasons it didn't work. And again, too, I trash the Byrne stuff. I've got the Byrne stuff right here. Right? Like, it's not the worst thing ever. I'm still mad about the Legion thing, but it just didn't deliver in the way that was going to...
that you wanted it to.
Yeah. Well, we've got 2 more issues of this, or 2 more pages here of this book.
Oh, yeah.
So I got distracted by the sales page and the ads, which
Dan
we do
got
on this show, by
distracted.
the way. Well, no, hopefully, too. Hopefully, I mean, I genuinely hope that when we're going through these books and we hit one of these ads and we go on a tangent, it helps you understand the place and time for these books, too, and what's going on. So we flip the page and we find out that Rip and Jack go do their time research. They go out to buy some parts. Then they try to get a hotel room, and the guy doesn't want their, or they're trying to get some money to get some parts. They end up selling one of their vintage leather jackets. So just like you were in Vegas looking around this weekend. They're selling their 500-year-old leather jacket for parts. And what we find out is what they're not trying to get parts for the time bobble, but they are trying to get parts to fix Skeets. And they get Skeets up on a monitor so they can talk to him.
Well, that's good. That's important.
The minute they do that, there's a knock on the door.
Oh, no.
And as you know, you never open a door unless they have a warrant.
I don't think in this time those cops care.
We will find out next issue. They may have a warrant. You don't know. We don't know. But friends, if I could just say, I think I got mad when we did with Travis, but I'm going to say this very calmly. It is a tough time. There's not a lot. It feels like a lot of stuff is outside of your control, but there are a couple things in your control. Number one, do not speak to them. Do not speak to law enforcement. Do not speak to ICE. Do not engage them with anything verbal, because they can use that against you. Your right to remain silent is a preeminent right in the Constitution. Don't give that up. That's why people are using whistles, other things. Don't give that up. Number two, make them break the law. If somebody comes to your house and they don't have a warrant, do not speak to them. Do not let them in. If they break down your door, they're violating state and federal regulations. Just don't. That's my public service announcement for today. I'm not going to get too mad. Just like we are in this issue. You know, if you don't want to give up your rights, there's your best way to keep your rights.
Very true, very true. And
that's our public service announcement for the day. Mine.
As a add-on to your public service announcement, as you're correct, we are in tough times. We are in days that feel very crazy, and sometimes you need something that's uplifting. As most of you know, we do partner with Project Nerd, and we don't talk about it enough sometimes. But if you're looking for something to give you some levity and some inspiration, go check out Project Nerd. They are doing some great work. Iggy and the team over there are doing some things to help us all through these times right now, with a lot of emotional, uplifting post and funny, and also doing some stuff with just basically emotional and helpful well-being items and stuff like that out there. So go check them out. Check out what they've got out there, and use them as a resource for some of your day-to-day stuff that you might need. But definitely, like, we try to post fun memes and stuff like that on there to keep it going. But there's a lot of other good stuff too. Other great content to be found on their website. So check out Project Nerd.
And on that note, we have one last thing left to advertise on this show.
What is that?
Well, there's two things actually. Number one is this. It's not an advertisement at all.
Oh, okay.
But it's an insight.
A what? An insight?
Well, remember how Barbara Randall / Barbara Kesel is the editor now?
Correct.
Well, if we go to the Gold Exchange.
Oh, the Gold Exchange.
Dear Barbara, okay, here we go.
The art straight excellent. Up, right to her.
The story fantastic. The cover classic. The Legion terrific. The action awesome. Booster Gold, really neat. Booster Gold, pain in the neck. And spoiled rotten. I'm sorry, but I can't stand Booster, the man, anymore. However, I'll continue to buy it for all the reasons above. But please, that kid has a major attitude problem. Have somebody straighten him out. Sorry for the criticism. That's Andy Sved from 455 North Kikia Drive, Los Angeles, California, 90048. The response is, nah, don't be sorry for the criticism, Andy. I like to hear the bad stuff as well as the good. And is Booster getting to be too much? Yeah, I wouldn't want to know the guy. But that isn't the point. My goal is to give the readers an entertaining book that's worth 75 cents. You shall out for it. Reading about a hero who isn't a prince can be just as much fun as reading about a hero who has stainless steel morals. Maybe even more so. I love them just taking a shot. I had to read you that one because they were taking a shot right at what we were just talking about.
Right.
Going, if you're just reading the two big IPs. Well, anyway, we get to find out next. We do have one more thing to plug, but we are going to get next issue. We get to find out. And hey, they even advertised the new Electric Warrior series. So
very cool.
But there is one more thing to advertise here on this podcast before we go. Are you aware that your co-author of Starlight, Travis Webb, has a Kickstarter advertised?
Really?
Yeah, and that someday that Kickstarter is going to launch. Someday.
I actually we talked about that over the weekend.
And so we'll keep posting the thing.
Yeah.
So you can follow it. And someday, but we don't know when, but someday.
We don't. Someday.
It will launch.
Yes, it will.
And do you know the title of that project?
Why don't you tell me, Dan?
I will tell you the title of that project. It is an amazing project. It's called Cyborg Prodigies, Nemesis, and the Launch of the Dial-Up Internet. A book about cyborgs.
Oh, okay. I hear it's a real fire starter.
It is a real fire starter, like good to go on the fire.
Good to go.
So yeah, you can if you're interested in that book, learning all about how cyborgs took over the dial-up network prodigy we were talking about a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
Very interesting and fascinating book. I'm sure Travis is very excited about how he wrote this one. I can't wait to read the script.
Deep dive into the history of the early internets.
I can't see Brett's renditions of just a teenage Travis right there typing on Prodigy.
It would be like a 90s version of Alt Catch Fire.
Yeah.
Alt Catch Fire was such a good show.
See? So, you get ready for that book. If that sounds interesting to you, you can click the link in our thing, right? That is what the title is and the book is about, right?
No, it is not.
It's not.
It's not. But follow along, check out the link. It'll bring you right to the Kickstarter wait page, and you can read more about the Alex Rain story.
And this is why we're not allowed to have sponsors, because I never get the copyright.
Yeah, well, that's why Ann was like, thanks a lot, Dan. I'm just joking.
Wow.
I'm joking.
Fine. We won't talk about the Retro Emporium on Meeker Street, in Kent, Washington this time. We won't talk about living your childhood. I mean, we only had an advertisement for the entire podcast, so I didn't feel like we needed to bring it up this time. But as long as Ann's throwing shade.
She wasn't throwing shade.
You know what the best thing about this, and this is where we're going to end the podcast right now.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I just want you to know, Greg and I went off to Las Vegas.
Yes.
And I suggested to Ann that she watch some Heated Rivalry while Greg is gone.
Uh-huh.
And Ann didn't just watch Heated Rivalry, but she binge watched Heated Rivalry and loved it.
She thought it was a very good, well-written, great show.
And so, just so you know, now
drama.
Now the Heated Rivalry fans and this podcast relationship outweigh the non-Heated Rivalry fans, because we can't do the show unless Ann lets us. So she counts as part of the podcast. And there we go. It's 2-1.
I will say this. It was funny because as soon as you got in the car and you guys started and you're like, did you watch? And she was like, yeah. And then like the whole ride home was just you two talking about Heated Rivalry.
As we should.
It didn't stop.
As we should. Well, on that note, we have been on here for an hour and 29 minutes, mostly because I spent 20 minutes talking about comic sales and DC's failed strategy in the 80s. And
as you
Booster
do.
Gold, part of those failed strategies, unfortunately. Because
What?
we're starting to get really good books with a really good editor. But do you want to know, as we log off, do you want to wait till next week, or do you want to know Booster Gold's year-end sales number for 1986?
Oh, man.
Oh, it's
I
not
think we
there.
should-
Sorry. It has to be 1987. So this is going to be including the ones we're just starting to read.
I think we might have to keep the listeners in suspense. Come
We'll
back
keep it
next
in
time.
anticipation.
Yeah, come back next time to find out where Booster Gold fell.
Yeah. I think we're going to have to look at a single month probably. But yeah, we'll see where Booster Gold fell to in the rankings. Oof.
In the rankings. Because
I keep
boy, oh
looking
boy.
down. I keep looking down. I keep looking down.
I keep falling. I keep falling. I keep
Ollie.
falling.
Well,
I
there's
keep
Blue
falling.
Beetle.
Past Blue Beetle.
Legion of
That's why he needed a Blue Beetle to pull him back up.
Here's one I will tell you. 87 in the diamond, so this would have been direct sale, right? Legion was the top selling DC book, or second selling DC book in 1982, 83.
Yeah.
Legion of Superheroes going to direct sale only is now number 60 in June of 1987. Again,
Oh boy.
if I'm going to go through these numbers and prove the strategy.
Yeah.
Sigh.
Boy, oh boy.
Well, anyway, that's it. We're going. It's bad. Goodbye, Legion. It's unfortunate. It was sad to see you go. But we're right here with Booster Gold anyway. So it's all fine. All right. Bye.
Have a good one, everybody.